Hey, how's everyone today? So, I got 3 locomotives running, and I'm doing the best I can with the limited space I have. So, I have my Aurora Miniatures SD60f going there, CN rail, and we got the GP-40 Boston and Maine by Atlas, and something I haven't run in a long time. I got my Bachmann Atlantic Coastline E7. Of course, pulling Atlantic Coastline passenger cars. And I have my DCC controllers all rigged up. So there's the main unit there, main controller, and then I got my 2 separate throttles, so I can control all the locomotives individually without having to pump addresses in constantly, which is great. So I can avoid collisions. So it's good to have that those extra controls. But I thought this would be a fun thing to do today. Get at least 3 of them going. With the Atlantic Coastline, it's got the red Mars light going. Man, I always love the paint schemes that Atlantic Coastline has. They're really nice. Oh, heard the SD60 going. I'm surprised that thing can even do 18-inch radius. Bachmann has always been fairly decent at that, at the 18-inch radius curves. I mean, the GP-40, that's not going to have any issues. But the Aurora Miniature SD60f, it's just doing its thing. I think the easy track is helping because it's really good for just laying down on the floor or carpet. So there's less chances of having any little anomalies in the track that could cause a derail. Get the horn tooting. And the Atlantic Coastline, it's analog, so I got it set to address 0. That's how you run analog trains on a DCC layout. You just put them to address 0, and they run mint. So it's very convenient to have that option. I have some analog locomotives that will not. They just do not like being on a DCC track, and they won't run. So I do have a couple, unfortunately, that are picky. But, I mean, it is what it is. And the Boston, Maine GP-40 is also DCC and sound equipped. I got the volume turned down on it, so might not hear it too well. Just a little bit. And if you're wondering why the tracks are different colored, so the Bachmann Easy track with the black road bed, that's just the regular inexpensive steel track. And with the gray road bed, that is the nickel silver, the much better, the much better track that doesn't need as much cleaning maintenance. But I don't have a whole lot of it yet, unfortunately. But eventually I'll get there. But I also have my Cato track, but I really I don't have the basement really set up for that right now. Like, we're reorganizing everything. It's coming along, but I really want to start on my first table layout this winter season. But so far, it's just not there yet. But I'm happy just to be able to do something like this, for a day or two. And the easy track is very simple to take apart and pack away. So that I do like about it, but it's a treat when I get to do this. Run a bunch of trains. I'm going to have to pick up the speed on the Atlantic Coastline as the SD60's catching up. See if I can zoom in. I can only zoom in a tiny bit. It's only an old cell phone. Boston, Maine, ripping on by. yeah. I got them all going fairly quick too. We can definitely slow them down. Atlantic coastline. Oh, love it. Alright, I'm going to slow them down a little bit. I'm going to slow down the Atlantic coastline and the SD60f. Get them slowed down a little bit. Let's get to a little slower speed. I'll bring the GP-40 down a few notches too. There we go. Get a little bell going on the SD60. Man, those are nice colors. I love it. Oh, looks like I might have to slow down the Atlantic coastline a little more. We're catching up to the SD60. Catching up a little bit. I'll put the camera over here. There we go. And we can make the crawl speed on the Atlantic coastlines not too bad, especially if you're using a DCC controller. I find the crawls, I can get them to crawl a little better with this than my analog controller, but my analog controller is getting up there in age a little bit too, so that probably has a lot to do with it. Alright, so I'll stop the Atlantic coastline for a second and we'll make the SD60 crawl a little bit. Actually, I'll move the Atlantic coastline up a little more. I'll move it up about there. And there we got the SD60 crawling. A nice crawl. And I'll do something really cool. I'll get the, I'll just hit the brake for a second. And we'll get the fans working on it, so I'll hit Shift and F11. Oop. Nope, wrong button. Shift, F11. And that should, I think. Yep, there we go. See if I can get the camera to look at the fans moving. Yep, there they are. So the fans have a little motor hooked up to them to get them spin. This is not a new thing, but I think this is the first time a company has attempted to do it in a while. I know back in the late 90s, Proto 2000, they did their FA2 locomotives. They had the fan, they had a working spinning fan, but they had it rigged up through a pulley. But that is a unique feature there. It is pretty cool. So the fans will go. And I do believe they will spin faster over time, like depending on what the RPMs are. But let's just let's get it creeping, crawling again here. Little bit of crawl speed. Oh, I got the brake on. Might help if I put it forward. There we go. Nope, a little faster than I wanted it to go. Oh yeah, it can crawl nice. It can crawl really good. Alright. Let's get the Atlantic coastline going again. There we go. Oh, make them go at a slower pace. I'll get the SD60 going a little faster. Don't want a collision. That's pretty cool. Now the Boston Maine Atlas GP-40, it's really picky. It does not like any dirt on the track whatsoever, and on its wheels. So it's a high maintenance locomotive. So I had to clean all its wheels and everything before I got it running. It's super picky. Just nature of the beast on that one. Sometimes you get a picky one, sometimes you don't. It also helps when they have keep alives in them, so that helps with power interruptions. I'm pretty sure even some analog locomotives have keep alives. And I would love to get the my Athearn Genesis SD60 M2 running too, but it really hates. It's another picky one. It loves my Cato track, but it hates this Bachmann track. It just does not like it. So I'm gonna have to. I'm not too sure what to do about it now. It's a great runner on the Cato track, but it does not like Bachmann track. Well, my Bachmann track. Hates it. So I will see if there's something I can do about it. I'm not too sure at the moment. But I don't have the space for my 22-inch radius right here. So I had to stick with the 18-inch. There, make sure no one's gonna crash into anybody. We're doing great. Those spinning fans are pretty cool. Took me a little while to find a Boston, Maine locomotive. But happy I got one now. I gotta get Atlanta Coastline speeding up a little bit, because it's SD60's catching up to it. That's the bonus to having extra throttles, right? So you're not bouncing back and forth between addresses. And you can also speed match them too. Like you can MU them. Like if you're in real life to multiple units connected together, MU'd, you can program that in the DCC controller as well. But I just prefer having the separate throttles. It works great for me. And there's an adapter to get them to work infrared radio control, I do believe it's called. So that is an option too, but I don't mind having the wires connected, it's fine. Does not bother me. The horn going for the Boston and Maine. And the SD60. Awesome. Here, I'll take the phone off the tripod and get a couple close-ups. Oh, that was a snap. There, we'll get a close-up of Atlanta Coastline going by with the Mars light blinking. Awesome. Oh, we just missed Boston and Maine. We'll get it again. Oh, let's get take a look at the SD60f. All nice locomotives. And we've seen Boston and Maine. Oh, sorry, we've seen Atlanta Coastline go by. So let's try and get the. Try and give Boston and Maine a little bit of love here. It's going to be quite the close-up here. Might be a bit fuzzy with the zoom. Oh, we got Atlanta Coastline catching up. I better, this time I'll give the SD60 a little bit of throttle. There. I'll stand up here, and then pretty much what I got going on. It's a lot of fun. Oh, this video's pushing over 15 minutes long, so I'll end it there. Like and subscribe if you wish, and I'll do another video today as well. I'll get some different locomotives going. I'll probably keep the same rolling stock. I might throw a CSX locomotive. I have CSX rolling stock too, so that'll be awesome. So I'll probably do that a little later on. Switch up some locomotives a bit. But everyone, take care. Have a great day. I'll have another video going soon.